So today we're going to talk about how to get out of a downward spiral or a rut. So what is a downward spiral or a rut? This is either one situation where you haven't made any progress, or you're just starting out trying to make progress. So you've never done this before, you want to change your life, you recognize that, but you don't know how to go about doing it. The second one is when you've been doing the good habits but you seem to have reverted back to your old self where you're doing the bad habits. I'm going to give you the solutions to how to fix both of these, which are almost the same. So, one, you have to recognize the fact that you're slipping or that you're spiraling down or that you're not on the right path. Once you do this, this will create the fact that you know that you're not doing something right. And so when you find yourself not doing something right, you'll get that feeling, and this will carry you out even into the future. So when you are doing your bad habits, let's say that you gave up video games and then you start playing them again. Whenever you play them, you'll get this uneasy feeling of I shouldn't be doing this, and that's a good thing, because what that means is your emotions are tied to your goals, and this will help you in a lot of areas. So recognize the fact that you're slipping, right? Secondly, you need to try and figure out where it is or what it is that caused you to slip. This is specifically for people who are spiraling, who started the good habits and then are reverted back. You need to figure out what it is or what caused you to slip. What was the one crack in the dam wall that broke? Sorry, I think it's the piece of hay that broke the camel's back. That's the saying. So you need to figure out what exactly it was. What was the thing that you did a little bit of, and it just everything fell out of place. All your habits came back. What you'll find is that it'll be tracked to something that you've been doing for a really long time. For me, that thing was video games. Whenever I played video games, I I found that all my habits just started to slip. I play like maybe half an hour of CSGO, and I would find that I just play and play and play, and then I wouldn't go to gym, and then I would play for so long, I'd get hungry, and then I'd go and I'd binge eat. So it's like that small crack created all these problems, and it flooded the gates. So the third thing is, I've spoken about this in previous videos, is you need to stick to and or create a routine. So what do I mean by this? When you have a routine, what it allows you to do is it's like pretend you're a lost traveler. If you're a lost traveler and you have a GPS with you, you're not really lost. You have a sense of direction, you have a plan, and you can figure out a way to get out. You may be lost, but once you have the GPS, you're not. That's kind of like what having a daily routine is, where it's planned. If at any point you don't know what to do, you look at your plan and say, oh, this is what I need to do. Think about when you were in school and you had lessons to attend to. You didn't have to think about what you had to do, all you had to do was show up. So the you now, has to do the thinking for you in the future. So you have to help him out. What this will allow you to do, like I said, in the future, when you're like, I don't know what to do, or I have nothing to do. No, you don't. You always have something to do, be it reading, be it work, be it studying, whatever it is. You figure out something, you figure out a plan, and you try to stick to that plan as best as you can. The thing about the plan is that you may not be able to stick to it 100%. When you're creating a plan, create your ideal day. So this is like, in a perfect world, this is what I would do from start to finish. If you don't stick to the plan, it's not a huge issue. If you even 1% better, if you only do one thing, let's say you say, I want to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning for the rest of my life, 100%. Ideally, this plan that you have should be able to maintain your whole like for the year. You should be able to stick, assuming nothing else changes, like you don't change schools, your school doesn't change, anything like that. As long as that doesn't change, then you should be able to stick to this plan. Okay, so if you don't stick to the plan 100%, that's okay. Just try to stick to it as best as you can and don't give up. If you don't have a plan, create a plan. When creating a plan, try to do it in the mindset of this should last me the whole year. Assuming nothing changes, I should be able to follow this plan every day weekends included. There's no such thing as, oh, this is the weekend, I'm going to sleep late, I'm going to cheat. No, you have to stick to your sleeping schedule even during the weekend. Okay. Building your willpower is something that is the next step. It's also incredibly important. Fair enough, having a habit tracker and having a routine will be important, but it's going to be useless if you can't follow it, if you don't have the willpower to follow it. So there's this idea that willpower is finite, and that is true. But there is a misconception where it's like it's finite and you cannot grow it. You can grow it. You can increase the amount of willpower you have, but it will run out in the day. The way you increase your willpower is by doing the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. When you have this goal of, oh, okay, I'm going to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and 4 o'clock comes and you hit the snooze button and you think, oh fuck, that's not what I should be doing. Then you wake up. That's a form of willpower. When you do what is required and not what you want. There's a quote that I heard from Alex Hormozi, that says, boys do what they want and men do what is required. So are you a boy or are you a man? So yeah, building your willpower is as simple as just following your routine and doing what is required, even if you don't feel like it. And then there's other tactics that I'll probably release another video on, about how other ways you can improve your willpower and this and that. Creating a habit tracker is the last step to this plan. What this will allow you to do is to keep track of your habits and be as consistent as possible. So what you want to have in this habit tracker is waking up, sleeping, visualization, meditation, and gratitude. These 5 things are very important. Waking up and sleeping are the times that you'll wake up and sleep every day. This is important because, one, it'll allow you to, I found that before I did this, my energy levels would fluctuate. I would wake up and sometimes I'd be tired, or sometimes I would have energy. When you do this, you'll find you'll become more consistent. Visualization is visualizing yourself succeeding at whatever it is you want to do. Be it getting good grades, be it making money, whatever it is, you have to visualize yourself. You have to close your eyes and imagine you succeeding at that. What this will do is it will help reframe your mind, which is a good thing, because you may not believe you're worthy of success, or you may not see yourself in that light. And because you don't, your actions follow. Because you don't think you can do it, you don't do it. But if you think you can do it, you do it. Gratitude journaling is the idea of being grateful for everything in your life. It's like, I'm grateful for this laptop I have here so that I can read my notes of it. That is important, because if I didn't have this, it would be more difficult scripting YouTube videos, because I'd have to write it out and it'd be a lot more annoying. So that's why I'm grateful for this laptop. And then the last thing is meditation. Meditation is very useful because what it allows you to do is it will allow you to be more conscious. And what do I mean by that? You'll be more aware of your thoughts. But this is the thing. Your thoughts aren't actually, they're your thoughts, but I find that when I get cravings for stuff, it used to be, I want chocolate. Now it's, oh, I have a craving for chocolate. You begin to disassociate with how your brain works and your cravings. So you don't identify with, oh, I want this, I want that. It's, oh, I feel like I want this, I feel like I want that. Which helps you to then control it, because it's not attached, it's not as emotionally attached. And so it's easier to control. So these 5 things are things that helped me lose weight personally. I went from weighing 150 kilos to 130. And a lot of these things helped me, all of these things actually helped me, because what it did was it gave me a plan, it gave me a way to implement them, and as long as you stick to it, it'll help you in whatever area of life you are. Be it if you want to put on weight, if you want to lose weight, if you want to build muscle, if you want to succeed in business, succeed in school, whatever it is. If you want more personal help, you can look in the description of this video for a link. Click on that link and you can book a meeting with me one-on-one where I'll help you personally.